Breaking news edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you as we have a trade to begin your Monday morning as the Seattle Seahawks have acquired linebacker Trevis Gipson from the Jacksonville Jaguars in exchange for a late-round draft pick. Let's tell you more about Trevis Gipson. He was a fifth-round draft pick in 2020 out of the University of Tulsa, my hometown. Shout out to T-Town. Always love seeing when we get some Tulsa players with the Seahawks. Steve Largent, of course, a Tulsa legend. Tyler Lockett from the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Grew up in Cedar Hill, Texas. Began his career with the Chicago Bears from 2020 to 2022. Then played for the Titans last season. Was with the Jags for this run-through training camp, and now gets traded to Seattle here just a day ahead of roster cut-down day coming up tomorrow, when the rosters will get trimmed from 90 to 53. So you would have to think that the Seahawks aren't making this trade unless he was going to make the 53-man roster. So that's going to change some things of how the linebacker room will ultimately shape out for Seattle when they announce the 53-man rosters tomorrow. And you think about this as well, with the Jerome Baker injury that's going on right now, and his unknown status, if he will be back in time for week one. Mike Macdonald says he will, but we'll see. Does this mean that Jerome Baker is going to go on temporary short-term IR? Is he going to go on PUP to potentially save a roster spot for a guy like Gipson here? Or do they believe they're going to get Jerome Baker back here pretty soon? Not have to worry about that. It's certainly a possibility when you look ahead to roster cut-down day tomorrow. But overall, this guy isn't anything earth-shattering. His grades aren't bad. According to PFF, his career pass rush grade, 76.6, not bad. His pass rush snaps, 608 total, 11 sacks in his career, 68 total pressures that he's done. We'll tell you more about him here in just a moment, but want to give you guys his one-word reaction. What is your one-word reaction? My one word is adequate. This is fine. This doesn't move the needle, but it's another depth piece, and you were looking for options at the linebacker spot, which is one of, if not your biggest weakness right now. It's an adequate move by the Seahawks. Give me your one-word reaction and let us know. Folks, this is why you subscribe to Seahawks Today. Monday morning, I was just getting my day started. This news breaks and just rolled into the office. We had to bring you a video from right here with this backdrop. Didn't even have time to get graphics or any of that ready for you because we had to deliver you this breaking news as quick as we could here on the channel. And that's why we're just built different here on Seahawks Today. Whether we got the graphics, whether I'm in my at-home studio or, we're doing live shows, whatever, we're bringing you daily content. Sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, in addition to our watch parties. We had a great time on Saturday night. Our Q&A mailbags, it's all in one place right here on Seattle Seahawks Today. If you are a true diehard, if you're a real member of the 12s, you got to be subscribed to Seahawks Today. And the best way that you can support the work we're doing, bringing you free Seahawks content, is by hitting that sub button. So stop whatever you're doing, subscribe now, help us reach our next milestone of 55,000 subscribers. We are so close, but we need your help to get there. Subscribe now for free. You'll be glad you did. All right, let's get to know Trevis Gipson a little bit more here. The numbers on Gipson, what he's done throughout his career. 44 career games played, 19 starts, and he's had a total of 76 tackles, 42 solo tackles, 34 assisted tackles, 11 sacks in his career, 5 pass breakups, 6 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery in his career. His best season, you'll go back to 2021, his second year in the NFL when he was with the Chicago Bears, and his numbers were, without question, far greater that year than any other season he had. Played in 16 games with 9 starts, had 39 tackles, 7 sacks, 2 pass breakups, and 5 forced fumbles, along with a fumble recovery in 1 season. So Gipson, when he's been out there, we've seen him show some flashes. We've seen him show some brilliance in the past. Are the Seahawks going to get that version that we saw in 2021? That remains to be seen. But giving up a late round selection and you had draft capital at your disposal here, I don't see how this move could hurt you. And it's a guy that's, on a relatively cheap contract, right, with coming over from the Jags, only entering his 5th year in the NFL, still very young. I don't see how this can hurt Seattle, personally speaking. Let's talk more about the linebacker situation. We'll dive into all of that and more coming up in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about today's sponsor. That is Prize Picks. Prize Picks, the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. You choose 2 or more players in any given category. Get the choice of more or less, whether you're talking fantasy points in football, rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey. Maybe you are looking at home runs in baseball. All sorts of different categories to choose from. I'm looking ahead to the start of the football season. I'm going with our guy, Geno Smith, to have more than 21 and a half passing touchdowns. You saw the way he was playing Saturday night. Geno's going to be on it this year. This is going to be the best year yet for Geno. He's going to have more than 21 and a half passing touchdowns. And I'm going with Patrick Mahomes to have more than 4,299.5 passing yards. If I put $20 down and both those hit, that's going to turn into $60 on Prize Picks, folks. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/SealItS. Promo code SealItS for that $100 deposit match on your first deposit. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Prize Picks, proud partner of Seahawks Today. Glad to have them on board here on today's show. All right, so here's the linebacker situation for your Seattle Seahawks right now. So Jerome Baker, a little banged up. We'll see when he comes back. Hopefully in time for week 1, but we don't know at this point. So that leaves Tyrel Dodson as your green dot. He's going to be your top inside linebacker. Tyrese Knight, if Baker can't give it a go, would slide into the starting role. Tyrese Knight has been very good this preseason. I like what I've seen from the 4th round rookie out of UTEP. He's done a really good job when it comes to tackling. Mike Macdonald has made a point that he wants to see him communicate better and also wants to do a better job when it comes to pass coverage. That's been a big point of emphasis when it comes to this linebacker room for Seattle, is they want guys that can cover. And that's why Mike Macdonald did not want to bring back Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks, as they both struggled in coverage last year. So that's going to be something that's asked of Tyrese Knight. Something to watch as well over the next 24 hours as we get roster cut-down day here. I expect John Radigan to be on this 53-man roster tomorrow. But one thing I'm looking for is, at $3 million, he's not worth $3 million. You can cut him or renegotiate his salary back to $1 million. Because if John Radigan were to hit the open market tomorrow, which very well could happen, no one is giving him $3 million. So if you're the Seattle Seahawks, if I'm John Schneider and I'm looking at the books and trying to figure out the moves to make over the next couple of days, I'm calling up John Radigan's agent and saying, hey, I'm open to having you still here, but you got to take a pay cut if you want to still be here. No one else is going to pay you $3 million. Why should we have to pay you $3 million here? Save a couple dollars towards the salary cap. Also, you got Michael Barrett, of course, who the Seahawks brought in from the Panthers last week. So I like to see the Seahawks investing in this position, which had some big question marks here this offseason, making some changes with just, less than 2 weeks to go before the start of the season at this point. It seems to be heading in the right direction there, and we can kind of feel a little bit relieved that they're making these moves here at this point as far as that goes. The Seahawks in good shape here. Grade the trade. What do you think of the Seahawks trading for Trevis Gipson, A, B, C, D, or F? I don't hate it at all. I think it's got to be at least a B+, at the very least. Hard to hate this move. Give me your grade in the comments section. Let us know here on Seahawks Today. More to come on the channel. A busy 24+ hours ahead. We will react to it all right here on your one-stop shop for all things Seattle Seahawks. That's Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for joining us. Hope you guys have a great day. Lock us in and we'll be all over roster cutdown day over the next 24 plus hours. Subscribe now. We'll see you next time right here on Seahawks Today. So long.